Should overweight females who identify as trans men get top surgery, aka getting their breasts removed? Let's dive into it. I got my breast removed almost 4 years ago. Yeah, it was around November 2020. Before my surgery, I remember my trans doctor telling me that it's not going to be a problem for me getting the surgery because I'm skinny. In Denmark, the female has to be skinny to get the surgery. Why, you might ask? It's mostly due to the patient's own health. It can sometimes be literally dangerous for an obese person to be under anesthesia. Top surgery is recognized as plastic surgery, and as you all know, the aesthetic result is extremely important.
There are people with a lot more tissue. If you have a double H chest, it is more than likely you're going to have this double H spill over into the side. So this is what we call a lateral chest roll. And if you don't take care of that lateral chest roll at the same time you take care of your mastectomy, then it's going to look pretty odd. And I insist that you look normal and natural, even if it requires a longer incision.
I'm usually against trigger warnings, but I'm about to show you some pictures and some videos of women who got the top surgery despite being extremely overweight. If you're really sensitive and you can't handle seeing scars, they are healed, all the ones I'm about to show you, but if you're sensitive, maybe skip this video. I'm not gonna be upset. Here's an example of a female getting top surgery despite being overweight. Okay, I'm gonna take this picture down because it even made me uncomfortable, so. No matter if the female is skinny like me or overweight, the scars are gonna be visible. And a lot for some people. For the females themselves, but also for other people to see, you know? I'm almost 4 years post-op, and recently I got my heart monitored at the doctor's office, and the nurse was like, "Oh, that's some pretty big scars, what happened?" And I said, "I'm a biological female," and I was trying to tell her that I'm trans, but she interrupted me and was like, oh, I get it. And I would say my scars look pretty good, and I can only imagine that maybe in 5 years, they would probably close to invisible. Who knows? But to be this overweight and have this type of result is really depressing to me. It literally looks butchered. Some people might say the same thing about my chest, but I think we can all agree that there is a difference, and I don't look as butchered as these females in this video today.
Hi, I'm here to talk about my tits, or lack thereof. So everyone's results look different. It's a number of factors. For me, it was I moved my arms above my head a lot earlier than I was supposed to, which led to the scars getting a little bit wider, and also the tissue of the scar is a little bit thick, just because of how my skin develops, cartilage issues, etc. It also wraps around because I had very large titties, and they needed to really get rid of all that. There's also why there's a little bit of extra skin here is because of how large my chest was. It hung down and it pulled the skin kind of in that direction. But overall, I'm extremely happy with my results, and I look fucking sick, nasty, and sexy.
As you can tell, her scars are really long, but she still has a lot of extra skin. I would be so devastated if this was my chest. And I know these females say they're happy, but I just don't believe them. Unlike trans men like me, these women don't want to look like men. It's almost like they want their chest to look like this, which I do not understand, and has nothing to do with being trans. Transsexuals want to live within the binary. They want to be invisible as the opposite sex, as if they were born as the opposite sex. So they don't want this giant nose ring, a voice that's in between the genders, a chest with huge, thick scars, and excess skin. The goal of us getting surgeries, going on hormones, is we want to look like normal men and women. But this is not normal. In this case, it doesn't look like she got top surgery, but she did. I don't know about you, but it looks like she still got breasts. Like feminine female breasts. I don't understand how surgeons can do that to women. Top surgery is not reversible. I am so happy with my top surgery, and I'm also excited about how I can build chest muscles to make my chest look even better and more manly. Unfortunately, these women cannot relate. They're kind of stuck with this result, and again, I just think it's depressing. comparing yourself constantly to all the pretty skinny trans men, feeling guilty for all the jealousy you feel. Let's just assume that this person is truly a gender dysphoric female, is truly a transsexual. The statement would, in my opinion, be valid or fair. And that's why I believe that when it comes to top surgery, especially, there should be a lot more gatekeeping. I think the trans doctors should be really, really careful giving these females the green light to get the surgery, because it's so irreversible. What if a trans guy who's really overweight hates his top surgery and maybe even hates his body now, but wouldn't if he got the top surgery after losing some weight? Maybe even a lot of weight. Why do so many people consider gatekeeping to be a bad thing? It's really not. Whenever people like me are advocating for more gatekeeping within trans clinics, we don't think the doctors should be like evil, mean to people. We believe that with more gatekeeping, with doctors doing more thorough assessments, mental and physical, it will benefit the patients themselves. A lot of these women shouldn't get top surgery, like ever, in my opinion, because they're not truly gender dysphoric. They deal with their mental health, but it has nothing to do with gender dysphoria.
I think it's crazy the amount of people that commented on the TikTok that I had to turn the comments off of about like my insecurity as a chunky trans man. And so many trans men were like, oh, well, at least you have top surgery. I don't have top surgery. At least you have top surgery. God. Oh my God. I forgot. I can't be insecure if I have top surgery. When you get top surgery, all that just goes away.
You're right, not all of your insecurities disappear just because you get top surgery. But it shouldn't be the case that you're still, after the surgery, insecure about your chest. A lot of gender dysphoric females feel a lot of pain about their breasts. After getting their breasts removed, most of them feel so great. And in my case, I never think about my chest. I feel like that about my gender overall. I rarely think about my gender, anything gender related. I'm not walking around comparing myself to other transsexuals. My top surgery made me feel at peace with myself. Just a couple of days post-op, I started to feel confident, like truly confident for the first time in my life. Some of you are probably wondering, don't I believe that real transsexuals can be chubby? Aren't overweight trans men valid? Well, some are. Of course. But today's question is, should they get top surgery? And my answer is no. I know trans people in real life who lost weight because they got told that they couldn't get the surgery due to their BMI. And that truly pushed them to lose weight because they were so dysphoric and the surgery meant a lot to them, or would mean a lot to them, right? And I can tell you they lost the weight, they look amazing, their top surgeries look great, and end of story. But I do think it's a problem that we see both fake and real transsexual men getting top surgery when they're, well, some are even obese, like morbidly obese, and that's an issue. I think it's unethical because it can be dangerous. I also think it's so unethical for surgeons to, on purpose, give women ugly results. Not even ugly, like terrifying results. I'm 99% positive that YouTube won't allow me to use one of the top surgery results as the thumbnail. So if that's the case, why is it ethical for surgeons to actually do that to women in real life? Not only do I strongly believe in BMI gatekeeping, I also believe that you need the diagnosis gender dysphoria in order to get the top surgery. Just like the hormones or anything gender transition related, you need to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria before you change your life forever. A lot of people, men and women who transition nowadays, are not gender dysphoric, but they get the green light to transition, and I think it's a disaster. Because it won't benefit these people. These people need proper help. A man with schizophrenia, let's say, will not feel better getting estrogen in his body, breast implants, or his testicles cut off. A psychiatrist who specializes in schizophrenia should be the one helping him. All people who struggle with their mental health deserve to get the right diagnosis, the right help. Because no one can control dealing with a mental disorder. It should never be the patient's responsibility to treat their own mental disorder. And what we're seeing today in society is so fucked up and needs to change. Thank you all for watching. If you want to see more content like this, remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you want to support me and my channel, you can become a member, or I have my PayPal link in the description down below. Follow me on social media. I love you and I cannot wait to see you in the comments. Peace out.